Welcome back to the channel. We decided to kind of do a recap of the year. So throughout the video, you're going to see clips of other videos that we've already recorded. Is this fun? Yeah, we're having a good time.
I'm a baby Yoda Bob.
Yeah, you're funny. So you'll see clips of other videos as we kind of recap the year. 2022 has been quite an interesting year. I'm sure for everyone it has, but for the Wilson Life, it has been an interesting roller coaster. So we started out with some goals for the year. In 2022, our goals were to establish reliable income with the Wilson Life. With that was to continue the paracord creations of the bottle holders and the rifle slings. We have our website all set up and all of our paracord stuff is on there. A new computer and to upgrade some of our camera equipment. We also had a goal of purchasing a electric skateboard. That was a hard sell to Jackie. The goal was, with all of the gas prices going through the roof, that during the spring and summer, as far as the weather would allow, I would ride that to work. Then the other goal was to expand the garden. We were going to put in 2 more planting beds, and we were going to put in a bunch of fruit trees. Finishing touches on the coop. That was fixing the roof, insulating things better, and putting some molding around things. The auto door for the chickens. So let's go through what we actually ended up doing for 2022. Did we establish a reliable income? No, we did not. We did get a new computer. Got that. We've been working on that. Along with that came some additional learning curves as far as software and everything. So we've had some hiccups and still working on learning things that way. We did upgrade some camera equipment. We also did invest some money in a drone, and we've gotten some decent footage out of that, but that kind of at the same time has been a fail. Purchased the e-skate. So I bought one, and now all of a sudden, how many do we have? We have 7. This kind of has evolved. I have created content that has actually taken off, and this is something that was not expected. So many of you, I'm sure, have seen the increase in content as far as the electric skateboard stuff goes. That is not going to end. I have had great success, and we've been able to grow the channel quite a bit with it. It's not going to be the only content that we create on this channel, but there is going to continue to be that content being created because it's been successful. So being said, we're going to continue doing a mix of content, which is another new thing that is to our channel. We'll get more into that a little bit later. Expand the garden. So we only ended up adding 1 planting bed to things just because as we were doing the math and trying to create it and lay it out, there wasn't going to be enough space to properly plant things and the stuff that we wanted to plant. So we ended up going with a little bit larger planting bed, which has worked out great. We also did get 2 new fruit trees. What did we get again?
Apple and a cherry tree.
Apple and cherry trees, and we will have a little more footage and stuff on that this year. Just kind of document how things are growing. Right now they're buried in snow, so hopefully they survive. Because we honestly didn't do anything to winterize them. I don't know if we were supposed to.
Anything to do.
Oh, okay. So yeah, we'll have more content of that later. I don't know if we ever talked about this. part of the growth of the Wilson Life and our property and everything, we were working really diligently in putting together a financial, a structure, a whole plan to submit to the Department of Agriculture of Alaska. They put out every year an agricultural grant, and so we put in for it in 2021 and we didn't get it. Decided we were going to put in for 22. We ended up not getting that either. That's kind of where we were going to be able to do our greenhouse and kind of expand some of the other stuff. We were hoping to be able to put in chicken run with that, increase some of the amount of animals that we have. It didn't work. It was basically a fail, which is fine. We kind of created a plan and everything, which isn't a bad thing. We have it. We were just hoping we were going to be able to get a little extra help from the grant to be able to fund it, and that didn't work. Finishing touches on the coop. We did some. We did fix the roof, and we did insulate and seal it better. It's not completely insulated, but we did seal things up so that we weren't getting water and stuff on the inside. And we didn't insulate it, and we did that on purpose because we are using a method called deep bedding, and between that and the chicken's body heat and everything, the deep bedding, the bottom layers basically compost throughout the whole winter, creating some heat. At the same time, the chickens and being in there and just living in there creates its own heat. Then the straw that we were able to get, that all helps insulate it and everything. And we've had great success. Haven't lost a chicken. That brings us to the next point. We have lost animals. We've lost a total of 2 rabbits this winter, in fact. And it has been due to elements. We've had some really crazy weather. Our rabbits are really hardy, but unfortunately, some of our enclosures are failing, and we were able to fix some of those this year, but we haven't been able to fix the rest of them. And so, between the harsh weather and failure of an enclosure, we ended up losing 2 adult rabbits. So we're evaluating and trying to figure out if we're going to continue down the rabbit hole per se, or if we're going to do something else. The thing with the rabbits is they're fantastic. It's easy, quick meat, and very lean, healthy meat.
Plus, I like raising the babies to be calm, and it helps with processing. So
yeah, and we can provide. That's another way we can provide some income. So we'll see if that goes on, continues to go on in 2023. The auto door hasn't happened on the chicken coop, nor has the molding. We did make some repairs on the chicken coop. It's usable. Money's just been tight. Supplies are even tighter. So it was just, for it to be functionable, it wasn't necessary. We were able to make the fixes and everything needed to make things functionable. So other things that we were able to do and happened with the Wilson Life. Colin here, he ended up having his feeding button removed early this year, which is a gigantic blessing, and he has been very successful without it. So that's been good. We built the portable power station. That was a cool project, something I was very excited about. I overbuilt it in a way, which is great because it opens things up so that I'm able to add panels to it. In fact, the one panel, it produces energy and stores energy, but it's not producing enough energy to keep up. It is powerful enough to run and charge the skateboards, which was one of the biggest reasons that I made it, plus to use it so it's portable. We were able to use it on our Kenai trip, camping and
whatever.
stuff.
in case we need it for emergencies too.
Yep, we made some repairs on the trailer. We needed the trailer to be able to get some wood harvest. We got wood. You know, we went and got a bunch of wood. We are going to be increasing that wood this year because we have used over half of the wood already, and it's, you know, the end of December. We went to Seward on vacation. This was a kind of spur of the moment type thing. Jackie got a good deal on it, wanted to go. It took some convincing for me because it was a big trip.
I just wanted to give the kids a good memory of Alaska when we do decide to move again, and I wanted to do it with family.
Yep.
So.
It was a great trip. Unfortunately, we didn't get the greatest footage of things, so those videos, I had this whole vision and everything, and it just didn't work out. I was supposed to have the drone by then, so I had this whole vision in my mind for these videos, and it unfortunately just did not work out. We bought the e-skates, we talked about that, so let's expound upon that. How has it evolved? Well, I bought it, loved it. It rained a lot this year, so unfortunately I didn't get to use it as much as I was hoping. We did save quite a bit of money on gas. I did get to use it a lot. Fell in love with it. Started reaching out to some of these companies, trying to see if we can open up shipping here to Alaska, and we're able to get a long ways. Shipping has been opened up to Alaska. I am now an affiliate with Meepo Boards, and so we plan on expanding on that. It's been kind of a slow process. Lots gone on in the last 3 months, and so it's just going to continue to evolve. I do have business plans for opening a e-skate rental and tours company. That has been quite a learning experience and has taken a lot of time and energy, and I have almost given up multiple times.
We did go on our hunting trip, and we did have some good experiences down there. We learned a lot, and we enjoyed the time to be together with family and to meet new friends.
We got rid of the Escape, downgraded to a Honda Accord. Several reasons why we did this. And one of the reasons was Honda Accord is something easy to chill.
I don't
Silly
know.
girl.
I don't know.
The Honda Accord is something easy to work on. It's something I'm familiar with. The Escape was just too fancy. It's too computerized. It was difficult to work on, and it just was not something that, it was nice to have, but it was not something that I really enjoyed. And it was kind of impractical because mainly that vehicle I used to go to and from work and, you know, around home. So we figured we have one 4-wheel drive vehicle that fits all of us. We'll just get rid of the other and downgrade to something that's more affordable. So that's what we did. This has been a year of crazy weather. Lots and lots and lots of rain here. When the rest of the country is in a crazy drought, it has been abnormally wet. And then, you know, we actually did get a break here in September, and that was nice. The end of September and October, most of October. That was pretty nice, and I took advantage of that and rode my board to work as much as possible. We have gotten some crazy snow, some crazy weather. It started, you know, the very first of the year in January with that huge windstorm, and we just had one, you know, a week or so ago. The week of Christmas, we had several huge storms and windstorms, and just a ton of snow. 4 feet of snow, pretty much in one week. I think that's the most snow that we've received here since we moved here.
Yeah.
So, anyway, let's kind of wrap this up and let's talk about 2023. We have some goals. This year we're not going to go real huge. We're just keeping things simple. We can't really plan far in advance. There's some possibilities of things happening that could drastically alter things for us. And we're not going to know for a little while on what's going to happen. So I've got 3 different areas that we're looking at focusing. And the first area is business and income. The second area is house and property. And the third area is family. So let's start with business and income. We're going to put some, we got some finishing touches that we need to work on, and some maintenance as far as business goes. Like we had talked about from the very beginning with the Wilson Life, we've got product lines that we have created or are creating, and the whole thing is we do trial runs with these things. If the product line does great, that's fantastic. We'll keep it running. If the product line doesn't do great, we'll scrap it and move on. For example, our paracord stuff, we invested like $2,500 worth of income into that, thinking it was going to do great. It did pretty good in the beginning, and then it just fizzled out, unfortunately. So now we're stuck with a bunch of inventory that we're trying to figure out what to do with, and pretty much lost we lost the return on our investment. But that's a whole part of running and starting your own business, is trying to figure out where to invest in and what's going to be your best return. I've had great success with interest in that with these electric skateboards. We've invested a bunch of money in that, and that's what we're moving forward with. As far as finishing touches, revamp the website, get insurance, legal stuff, and that's pretty much it. And we'll be ready to officially launch things here in March or April is kind of the plan. And house and property, we have some loose ends that we also need to tie up from last year that we're just going to continue on with. One of the big things, I don't know if we ever talked about it, but we want to make sure that we have a backup generator. So one of our next big things that we're doing is going to be getting a whole house portable generator that we can have as backup power, and get that all hooked up so that it is ready. We've been having these huge storms and people have been losing power and everything. We've got heat covered, but we need to make sure that we can have some power, because I don't think it's going to get any easier as far as that goes. So I feel greatly, and I think you do too, that that's one thing that we need to have. To fix the rabbit hutches, unfortunately, it has cost us. We should have made more time and focused a little bit more on that. We had what we needed, but at the same time, wear and tear happens, and it cost us. So we're gonna be fixing up the rabbit hutches. We need to build a chicken run. The dogs, we play this game right now where the chickens have to be out, but the dogs can't be out.
The dogs have to be hooked up or something, but yet when the chickens are out, they're barking all the time at the chickens, and yeah.
Yep, so we need to fix that, and we're going to be putting chicken run in, and possibly looking at cording off that section of the yard anyway. So that's what we're going to be working on. And we need to increase our firewood storage. We got 3.5 cords.
3.5 cords.
3.5 cords. Now last year 3.5 cords just enough, and so my goal was to get 4 cords this year. Actually, no, we had 3 cords last year, so we got 3.5 this year. My goal was to get 4 cords, thinking that would keep us safe. Here we are in, the end of December, and we have gone through just over half of that. We have a cord, probably in a quarter left
And
to
we
get
still
us.
have like
We
3-4 months of
we
cold.
still have to get through till
So-
the end of March. We're a little worried as far as that goes. So that's what we've got for house and property, family. Focus on strengthening our family. We need to establish a better relationship with God and to work on our faith. And so we're going to be looking at trying to do that and strengthen spiritual and religious relationships with each other and with our faith.
Make more memories.
Yep. And evaluate our future. Like I said, we've got some big decisions to make here in the near future, and some things that could greatly alter the Wilson life, period. So we'll be definitely evaluating our future. We moved here anyway. 3, 5, and 7 were our marker years anyway. Our goal, well, actually, let me take that back. 1, 3, 5, and 7. We are approaching our 7th year here in Alaska. The first year we were here, we wanted to make it a year and evaluate, and then look at whether or not we were going to hold on to our townhouse in Utah or if we were going to sell it. We ended up selling it, turning around and investing that money into the house that we currently have. 3 years, it was kind of reevaluate things. Well, 3 years, I was able to move forward in my current career, a giant step up in my career. 5 years, I started that process. At 5 years, I pretty much have had one entire full year after going through education and everything working. And now we're at the 7 years, and so we're kind of in a big spot. So that evaluation isn't something new. It's been on our map for a while, but certain things have happened in the last 6 months or so that have definitely brought it back to our realization that, we're going to need to really evaluate some things. So we're super excited for what this year is going to bring. It's not going to be as big and exciting as maybe we had hoped. We got some difficulties in front of us, and we definitely will have our work cut out for us, and that. So we hope you guys continue to follow us. We've thoroughly enjoyed watching this grow, and it's been slow, but it definitely is growing. And we do appreciate you as the viewer, and hope you guys stick around. And we're open for support and comments and anything you guys have got for us. So stick with us for 2023. I'm sure we're going to have some awesome stuff and some great times.
See you later.
See you in the next one.